Hello everyone, this is Moses from Zaatar Gardens. It's a beautiful morning. I think it's 65 degrees outside right now. I'm just finished, almost finished. I have to do my Fantasia nectarine graft after, but a big pile of pruning that I did on this cocktail tree. Plum, apricot, nectarine, peach. Thinned it out and shorten the height. I'll move back so you can see. So I can see through it now. You know, it's not supposed to be too dense. I made the nectarine too dense this year, and I got a little bit of a issue with the nectarine. You can see. It's the first time I've ever seen that on any of my trees, and the reason why I didn't prune it hard enough during the spring and summer. But the rest look, pretty good. There's a peach. Oops, sorry. Beautiful leaves. But I always thinned it. And there's no air circulation with the nectarine. Still, look how thick it is. You can't see through it. You're supposed to be able to see through it, just like this. In my opinion, pruning fruit trees should be, or any tree really, but fruit trees especially, should be like pruning like a bonsai. Trying to make it open. Look at the glimmer of light. That's nice. It should be just open. I should just, and make it easy on yourself. If there's a limb in the way, there's a limb growing this way, beautifully grown and towards me. Perfect. In then outward, away from all the other branches, but it impeded on me walking in. I like to walk into the center of my tree and pick the fruits I want. I don't want to walk around the tree to get my fruit. Get some apricot, get some plums, some nectarines, and go behind me and get some peaches. Right in this, from the center. See the hard pruning? With this prune, don't be afraid to prune this hard. I mean, there's my thumb. So you can see how big the cut is. I prune a little bit higher. Normally I do a flush, but this is from last year. It's healing pretty well. This is from last year. I want this cambium layer to go over and fill the spot. Then I'll readjust next year. And for all of you that that's a flower, I think. Yeah, I think with it. Rub it off. That say, oh, don't cut too hard and don't do a flush cut. Cutting at the collar. Don't listen to them. All these were cut at the collar. Anytime I cut is cutting at the collar. Right there, there's last year at the collar, coming back. Right over here at the collar, filling it up. And soon you'll get it to where it's like this. It looks like this is natural, but it's not. See all those bumps? Those are all as big as that hole. And now it looks like a nice smooth limb. See, I made another cut over here. That's going to turn like that in a couple of years. Nice smooth limb. It looked like it was the tree. Let me go back a moment. The tree looks like it was designed, the way I prune, it looks like it was designed to be grown like this. All snaked out and all this, but this is pruning, strategic cuts that I did to make it this shape. But because I cut at the collar and didn't leave any nubs or stubs or little pieces of branches left, it looks like it's flush, like a nice bonsai, especially the apricot over there. Just those are always thick. Pruning at the collar, and now it looks like it was the limb. All this was at the collar. Healthy. But yeah, I don't know. Well, I know exactly why. I didn't prune this nectarine, Fantasia nectarine, hard enough, and I suffered for it. And it always had ants coming up this branch too. So it's getting the much needed pruning it needs. And I screwed up on this one. All the fruits that came on this nectarine didn't make it either. Too dense, no sunlight. I don't know what I was thinking. I had other, if many of you watch my channel enough, I have enough plants and trees to deal with, but I should have dealt with this a long time ago. But once again, and so a little hint too before I go, cut at the angle always, but see how I cut farther away from the branch? If I cut this at this small of a branch, if I cut this a flush cut like this to make things look like they're naturally growing that way, the I don't know how it works, but my opinion how it works, because how many times I prune and seen what happens. The plant gives nutrients to all the limbs, and it gets to this spot, and if it was cut here, it's like, oop, it died off, so it's gonna die it back like a couple inches. I don't know if I have any more of those like this. Shoot, right there, you see it? The dieback. So if this was a tiny limb and I cut back here, that dieback would have went down a couple inches and killed this branch. So always leave a little bit when you first do it, and then come back and clean those up. I don't see any more, but come back and clean those up. But anyways, big huge pile. So I prune 3 to 4 times a year or more than that. Actually, I prune every month, but hard pruning I do 3 to 4 times. All right, everyone. Keep on gardening. Happy gardening. Bye.